ready whenever you are. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Amy Yackman, and I'm a global communications major, and I'm going to be talking to you about how global communication and the media concentration allows individuals to not only have a variety of careers, it allows people to develop the skills that they can use for the rest of their lives. So to be perfectly honest with you guys, when we were first assigned this project, my heart sank into my stomach because I don't know what I want to do with my future. I don't know where I want to go or what my passion is. And I would always dread questions like, why did you choose your major? What is it that you like about your major? And what do you plan to do in the future? Because my answer to all of these questions is, I don't really know. And I didn't really think it would be fair to David to just have my project be one big, I don't know, because it would be really short, and I don't think I'd get a good grade on a project that says, I don't know. But I started thinking about my life and things in my life that make me happy. And I was bouncing ideas off of David and my family, and I realized that I actually am contributing to my major in a way that I never thought that I was. And for those of you that don't know, making a connection is really important to me. You wouldn't know that unless I said it, but that's what global communications is all about, and it's making a connection on a global scale, but also on a smaller scale. And me personally, making a connection with other people is the most important thing. So I want to be a part of something bigger, and that's what I kept telling myself when I was thinking about exactly what I would write for this project and where I might spin this, because I didn't want to just give you a history lesson on global communications. I didn't want to just tell you, well, here's what I might do with the rest of my life, but maybe not, who knows. So I decided on talking about my job at Starbucks. Now, I didn't realize it at first, but Starbucks is actually a way of my contribution to global communications. Starbucks isn't about just making drinks. It's not about just me being a barista. It's actually making a connection with the customers that come in, whether it be just remembering their name or remembering how to make their drink just the way that they like it. And saying that I love my job at Starbucks would be a gross understatement. I have never found anything in my life that I am more passionate about, and I never thought for a second that Starbucks, the thing that I love the most, would actually be what I was contributing to my major, because I, this whole time, thought I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I was actually already doing it. And that's what amazed me the most about Starbucks, was that the people that were coming in, I wasn't just, telling them about coffee. I wasn't just, giving them recommendations. Although, I have to say, the new Holiday Spice Flat White, it's really good. So if any of you want to try it, blatant plug. But Starbucks it's so important to me, and I didn't think that something so simple as making a drink and handing it to someone and possibly striking up conversation could be a form of global communications, but it is. And because global communications is so broad, you can really do whatever you want with it, and you can connect global communications to really any aspect of your life. And for me, it's Starbucks. That's my connection with global communications. And I didn't realize how comfortable I was in this class, in my other communications classes, just in my life. I realized that this is where I belong. I look at all of you, and then I look at myself, and I see how similar we are. And I was always told by teachers and guidance counselors that you should surround yourself with people who are similar to you, who remind yourself of you. And that's where I feel like I am right now. I look at all of you, and you are just like me, in one way or another. And that's made me realize, doing this project, that I am in the right major, and I don't have to be worried about changing it or going somewhere else, because this is exactly where I belong. And this is just a picture of me and my coworkers, because honestly, this is one of my favorite photographs, because I look at this, and some of them don't work here at Starbucks anymore. I say here as if I'm at work right now. But the two on the right, my right side, your left, they don't work at the store anymore, but I'm still connected with them. And my coworker who has his hand on my arm, that's my coworker Derek, and the two of us, we have so much in common, and he is going into the same field as I am, global communications, and I didn't know that until I asked him just the other day. I was telling him about this project, and he was helping me. We bounced ideas off each other. I even bounced ideas off of customers when they would come in. I have regulars that come in, and I was asking them, I was like, listen, I have this big speech to give in my class, and I don't know what to say. And they told me that they have made such a connection with me in the times that they have come in that maybe that's something I should talk about. And they inspired me. I never thought that my customers, my coworkers would inspire me to be so comfortable talking about global communications and not being afraid to be comfortable with my major. And I'm not scared anymore to answer the questions, what do you like about your major? Or why did you choose your major? Because I can tell them that the reason I chose my major was to make a connection with other people, to talk to other people, and to put myself out in the world and to be part of something bigger. And global communications is really the path that I can take to get there because it's so broad and it really just opens up all these doors for me. And I have to give a special thank you to David for really helping me along with this project because, like I said, I've been bouncing ideas off of everyone that I could think of because I really didn't know if I would have anything to say. But after hearing what he does for his major and the way that he contributes, that really helped me figure out what I want to talk about. And I think this is a good time for David to come up and talk about exactly what he told me that helped me a lot.
First off, that was amazing. Good job.
Oh, and also one other thing. After our presentations, I have my hat and my apron that I normally wear. So I'll pass that around if you guys just want to look at it. But
Are we doing the round of applause now, or are we waiting?
No, just.
I wasn't sure. I
Just
didn't know.
one
This is why we're first.
That's okay, yes,
Okay.
that's exactly right.
All right. So as Amy alluded to, I already have my career in global communications begun. But first, I want to talk about the major as a whole. The global communications and media concentration has allowed myself opportunities that I thought was never truly possible. This major has expanded my thinking and has also allowed myself to have a chance at doing something I am so passionate about. So when I first came into this class, the very first speech I talked about was my job. I work on YouTube. And I really didn't touch on that much. I only talked about how when I was a kid and I was very nervous, I started making videos and all of a sudden those nerves went away. But I never really got a chance to talk more about it, so I want to do that today. And it was actually perfect because the main thing about Global Comm is expanding your knowledge and having a chance to show what you've learned. So, with that, this is Extraordinary Junior. This is my YouTube channel. When I launched in April 2012, I had no idea what I was doing. I really didn't. I still don't, honestly. But still, I've somehow managed to convince, or trick, however you want to say it, 40,000 subscribers in 3 years. First off, that's unbelievable. 40,000 people somehow want to be like, hey, I want to see what this kid's doing, and somehow they're still around. I also have accumulated over 12.8 million channel views on all my videos combined over 3 years. And I oftentimes just look at this and think, wow, this should not have happened to me. But it did, and it's the greatest thing in the world. I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity I have. So, the other question I want to ask you guys is how popular do you think YouTube is? Well, chances are you're probably wrong because YouTube has over 1 billion users. Almost 1/3 of all people on the internet, and every day, people watch hundreds of millions of hours of YouTube and generate millions of views. YouTube overall, and even YouTube on mobile phones, reaches more 18 to 34-year-olds and 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable network in the US. Also, you can navigate YouTube in a total of 76 different languages, covering 95% of the internet's population. Massive is not the right word to describe that. That is universal. 1 billion users on YouTube. There's, what, like 7.5 billion people in the world, so 1/7 of them are on our website, and somehow 40,000 of those people think I'm interesting, you know. Either way, incredible. Now, there are questions I often hear as a YouTuber. First off, a media question is always asked, how much you make? First off, that's none of your business, but either way, most YouTubers don't earn nearly as much as you think. YouTuber Olga K, who across her 5 channels has over 1 million subscribers, earned $100,000 to $130,000, or $8.3 to $10,000 per month over the last 3 years. That's someone with 1 million subscribers. So if you want to do the math, I guess you could, but subscribers don't really matter, it's views, but you get a general sense. But this comes through a combination of advertising, sponsorships, and merchandising. She has her own products, Their socks. I looked at it. It was really strange how people could buy socks, but you know, teach their own. It's not my money. I also often hear, well, if you can't tell me how much you make, can you at least explain how you make your money? All right, that's acceptable. YouTube operates on a cost per thousand, or CPM. It is the price of 1,000 advertisement impressions on a website. If the website publisher charges $2 per CPM, that means an advertiser must pay $2 for every 1,000 views on a video. So, you know how you see those commercials for products that you either really are interested in or don't care about? Those like 30-second commercials you can't skip? Well, those pay me. I get a small percentage of those advertisements, and as you know, you get 10,000 views, 100,000 views, a million views, those accumulate over time. And if you use AdBlocker, well, I hate you. No offense. It's not that I hate you personally, I hate the idea of it because you're stealing money from content creators, and it's the devil. It is. It's the worst thing in the world. So if you use AdBlocker, just know that content creators are very unhappy with that. It is the horrible, it's the worst. It really is. The last question I typically hear from people when I talk about my job is, well, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? Simply put, and I know this is going to sound really terrible to say, I saw people producing content on YouTube and thought, I can do it better. That's it. There's no inspirational story that I was falling down and I needed something to pick me up. I was like, oh, wait, I can do this, and I can do it all right. When I had 250 subscribers and 140,000 views, I applied to a network called Fullscreen, and I was accepted. Hence the shirt. You know, I had to dress for the part. Fullscreen provides me with opportunities to promote goods and services, attend events, and help promote my channel through its online advertisements. And I've been with them now for about, I want to say close to 3 years now, maybe 2.5. I have to look at the calendar, I'm not typically sure, actually. Yes, okay. So here are some of the opportunities given me from YouTube. I was invited and attended the world premiere of the sci-fi show 12 Monkeys, which is based on the TV show, based on a movie starring Bruce Willis in like the 90s. Never saw it, it was cool. I got numerous sponsorships from companies such as One Up Box, Next Makers, and Gemmer. And I firmly believe I got into Ramapo College doing part of my YouTube account. I was not the greatest student in the world in high school. I had like a 2.9 GPA, really didn't have great SAT scores, but I had an awesome brag sheet, and I think that blew them away. I think that was the deciding factor in me getting into college, at least here. So I really, the opportunities are endless. And I also brought in two things I want to show. The first one is this shirt that I got from one of the companies, which is, I believe, One Up Box. They are a crate service that gives you video game stuff. They asked me to promote their products, and each one comes with a little shirt, which is cool. I sometimes wear this. And the second one is from 12 Monkeys. They gave me a small little card. It was like, reserved, very important, so special, and I carried it in my wallet because I like to think about it. Because it's nice. I like to think about all the good things I've been given from, my job. Alright, so here are some of the skills I was able to gain through my work. I have advanced knowledge of editing. After doing it for 3 years, you would hope I would, know how to edit 2 videos together. Script writing, voiceover work, public speaking, hopefully, designing of thumbnails and Photoshop skills, and each of these not only ties to communication arts and media, global common media, but it's all of us. We all have that major, we all have that communication arts. These skills are universal. These help me out, not only in my job, my career, but in life. It's important to be able to do public speaking, know about Photoshop, have the ability to edit. Because no matter what job you're doing in the future or anything else, these help and it makes life easier. And I'm so thankful that my career has already begun. I started this at 15 years old and now turning 19, everything like that. It's amazing. Here's a short story. I went to Cahill yesterday because I wanted to do internships for the spring or possibly the summer. And when I gave them my resume, the advisor was blown away. She was like, oh my God, what are you doing? How are you making money? How is this going on? Which helped inspire the speech, but it also showed me that I have something completely unique here, and words really can't describe how thankful I am and how fortunate I feel. And whether Amy is working at Starbucks or I'm on YouTube, we all have our goals and we all have our ways of getting there. And with that, I'd like to welcome Amy back. That's why I mentioned you, because we're ready for our Q&A if anyone has any questions for us.